Hello, loyal viewers. You find us in the 106 on the start of our epic adventure, which is far too big for a 106. We are now heading west on the A14 into the setting sun, which, to be fair, set a long time ago. We have about 5 hours of driving to go. We've made bad decisions. Bad decisions.
Okay, can you get that camera away from my face now? We've seen the sky.
Red sky at night, Shepherd's Delight. How does it go? Red sky in the morning, Shepherd's Warning. Red sky at night, Shepherd's Hut Delight. Yeah. So, we have reached our first stop on our epic road trip, which is Services, where we shall eat and cry. Yeah. It's been good so far. It's been good. Have you enjoyed the journey so far, James?
Oh, it's been wonderful.
Yeah, that? Wonderful. Not just good, but wonderful. Now we are at Extra Services, which is basically the same layout no matter where you are in the country, which means it's very easy to work out. Yeah, it's down here, is it open? We have literally taken all of the food that Chopsticks has left to offer. James has done quite well. My portion, not quite as exciting. Whilst we tuck into our slightly subpar meal, it's a good opportunity to explain the plan. You see, James and I rather like the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, which, as you might have guessed, is in North Yorkshire. And we're in the middle of East Anglia. We had booked an early morning photo charter at the railway during the autumn gala, which meant driving up the night before and staying over. When we planned the trip, I owned a bigger car, and I'm not saying which, but it's one of these, and this took part in the Scrappage Rally to Prague and back. So James and I decided we'd camp in the back for a night. Now, while this car limped home from the event, it never ran again. So I thought we'd take the MR2. I'd slept in it before, and it's an acceptable night's sleep. Only at the time, that wasn't working either. So that left me with only one car to do the trip in. My little 106. So the plan: hop into the car after work, drive up to Yorkshire, spend a couple of nights in the car and enjoy the gala over the weekend, and then come home. So with all that explained, back to the open road. We still have quite some distance to go, and it's getting quite late. This is starting to become a less planned thing, and a bad idea. The 106 has its temperature at its usual alarmingly high level, which is basically this is its fine operating level of this is fine, but it's still an alarmingly high level for it to be at. So we have arrived at our destination in the middle of the North Yorkshire Moors. There's nothing here. There's no mobile signal. We've pulled up in a lay-by the side of the road, ready for a day of investigating for railways. And there is nothing here. So if Kindred turns the lights off the 106, it's on the indicator stalk, mate. Yeah, there we go. Apart from the car going past on the road over there, there's absolutely nothing here. In fact, the thing giving off the most light is the camera for the little recorder. And then over here, safely tucked up and ready for bed, we've got James. How are you feeling?
Excited.
How would you rate the 106 as a camper conversion?
Can I let you know in the morning?
My bed is going to be this. Well, I've slept in worse accommodation. This is such a good idea until we actually put it into the bay.
I thought the seat went slightly further back, but
I've got a steering wheel that doesn't move to contend with.
yes, no, it's great this side. I love it.
Oh, I'm glad we didn't do this in the MR2. We wouldn't have fitted all the stuff in the MR2.
It's lucky that it doesn't work, really, isn't it?
It does work. It just doesn't have an MOT in the moment.
Well, yes.
Oh, right.
Emergency calls only. Love it.
That's good. Hopefully we won't need that in the night.
Oh shit. Oh bum. Is that oh bum? It's rerouting.
I haven't turned the navigation off. Right. And we are at the top of the hill, so if we leave everything on overnight, we can even have a bit of quiet music.
Oh lovely. Yes.
Oh, if you get too hot, you've got the air conditioning there. You just open that
Oh, lovely, yes.
to vent some heat. Right. Bedtime. So, that's it. We'll update you probably when we can't sleep in the middle of the night. It is now actually the middle of the night, isn't it? It is midnight.
Yes. Oh, it's past midnight. It's almost half past.
Oh, good. It's past.
Oh, no, it's 4 minutes past.
4 minutes past midnight. That's not so bad. The North York Moors are actually surprisingly not creepy at this time in the morning. You look so displeased. You look like very confused by everything.
I am.
You were more tired when we were driving than now we're here.
I'm fully awake now.
Oh dear. Right. Good night, world. Good night, viewers. I can't even. I'll have to just turn that on. How have you even hibernated down there? You're bigger than me.
I know, this is great. It's not very comfortable.
It's not. This is This might turn out to be a bad idea.
I'm gonna ache in the morning.
God, it's a bad plan. It smells pretty manly in here. Right. Good night, James.
Good night.
Morning.
Morning.
How do you sleep?
A bit.
Disturbed was, I think. I've slept. It's 6:30, so we've got.
Well, I think it's past 6:30.
What is it?
6:45.
6:45. So we've probably got 6 hours kip, more or less.
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take, which is not bad. And we've woken up to see this glorious location that we've stepped in. So it got very warm in the night. I took off my shirt, and now I'm cold. The 106 is not built for sleeping in. It's the steering wheel is in the way. It's quite easy to hit the horn as you try and turn over in the middle of the night. It's not built for this. It's I'm not sure what we're going to do about tonight. The next night's sleep. I kind of got myself comfortable as I woke up this morning. I was like, that's how I should have spent the night. And you haven't. I'm genuinely a little bit scared about moving.
Everything aches.
My back hurts.
I ache in places I shouldn't ache.
How do you feel about that?
Wonderful.
How do you feel about our plan so far?
Oh, it's going well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, at least we're here.
That is true. There is a silver SUV parked up in a car park the other side of the valley to where we are. And I'm looking at it and going, that's very suspicious being parked up there. Very dodgy. And then I was like, how bad does this look? Well, I think I'm going to snooze through it. And then
Get breakfast.
Then get
according to your
breakfast.
stomach.
The sun has just appeared over the hill horizon and has made this whole place look very pretty.
And with that, it was time to struggle within the tiny confines of the little Peugeot 106 and get ourselves up and ready to face the day. And that involved giving Mr. Kindred a little bit of privacy. So I went for a little wander to investigate the magnificent surroundings we found ourselves in. And when I got back, James still wasn't ready.
You're not filming that, are you?
Clearly, me being there wasn't helping matters, so I took off for another short stroll, awaiting young Mr. Kindred to call me back to my car so that we could ready ourselves and head out on our day. Of course, when he did call me back, there was one small issue that needed addressing.
Right, so are those your boxes or my boxes?
Maybe. They might be mine. Shall I sniff them and find out?
That's just...
No, they're mine.
Can you imagine the upset of... No, they're not.
Oh, they're not mine.
We're in good spirits as we head towards Gothland Station for a photo charter. And it's starting to get right, and it's going to be a nice day, we think. Well, at least we hope so, and it's going to be a lot better than last time we were here, when the weather was awful. So yeah, that's the basic plan. Go to Railway, do photo charter. It is coming out nice. Take pictures, then take more pictures and drive around the railway and take photos.
He slipped. This gradient, it's a very heavy train.
It is a heavy train. It was heavy before I got on it, and now it's a really heavy train. So we're on a enthusiast photographic special that's got lots of other people, and including a bloke from Channel 5 doing some filming. We could be on TV, we could be famous. And that is gorgeous. That is so pretty. Oh wow. So this is one of the main reasons that we came all the way up to Yorkshire, because this is cool.
See Douglas now.
Oh look, Douglas is on the train.
Yeah, I kind of love the idea that somebody had nicked it.
I love the idea. There's a little small steam engine put onto one of the wagons in this freight train, and we couldn't see it this morning. And we love the idea of somebody come along in the night and just picked it up and nicked it. Yeah, we were here a couple of years ago, and Kindred was borrowing one of my cameras and dropped the lens, and the lens went rolling off forevermore
Into the abyss.
We headed off down the line to an apparently well-known photo location, and as we enjoyed the journey, we started chatting to the nice gentleman from Channel 5 who was looking for some willing people to take part in the next series of the Yorkshire Steam Railway. And so me and James, well, we volunteered.
I didn't break the gate. The gate fell apart on its own free will.
I can't take you anywhere, can I?
I don't actually know where we're going. Everybody seems to know. Oh, I see where we're going. What a glorious morning.
I've seen shots from here before, I think.
I have not. But I guess we're going to there where the line of people is going. Look at that, that looks stunning.
What's the idea that we could pretend it's
Speak up. The viewers are coming. Yeah, you're going to be on the internet as well. Do you reckon if we say that... Do you reckon we say we're in partnership with Channel 5 for this production?
With all of us photographers in place, the train began to manoeuvre itself ready for the first run past. Something put on just for us with the special freight train so we could get an absolutely cracking photograph of a time, well, now long past. Freight trains don't come out very often on preserved railways, only on special events like galas. And me and James were very excited to get some photos.
He's got to redo that gate that I didn't break, because obviously that'll go back how it's meant to go. So this is the fun, obviously, of charters. It's we're on the line side, obviously legally, because it's all organised. But now Kindred's got to learn how to climb up into a freight van. Kindred, will you take my camera? Cool, nice one. Did this not have a lens cap?
Not when you gave it to me now.
Oh dear. What do I do with the lens cap?
With the crisis averted and my lens cap found, we headed off to the next location, where we became film stars, working with the chap from Channel 5 as he documented me and James's attempt to get a really good photo. And when that was all said and done, we headed back to the station, got into the 106 and headed off in search of more photographs.
So we are Where are we? What's this?
Water Ark. Thomas and Foss. Water Ark. Whatever you want to call it.
It's a place. It's a place on the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. It's not a station, it's just the railway runs through a valley and crosses the river. And we're waiting for a train.
This here is one of James and mine favourite locations on the whole of the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. It is a stunning location and we have been so lucky with the weather today. I mean, James thinks it's a bit chilly, but in actual fact it's fine. It's bright and a steam train working its way through here will be magnificent. It's about lunchtime now and we've charged all across the North Yorkshire Moors in the poor little 106.
It's a long way for a little car. Long way. But it's enjoying this. I can tell it's enjoying it, but it's not really what a 106 is built for. The North Yorkshire Moors. It's not its stomping ground. It's more at home in the city. It's not designed for 33% slopes, where it's losing speed in first gear. It's not built for this at all, and it is rather full of bedding and stuff.
With the afternoon drawing on, me and James decided we'd head to another one of our favourite locations, a place that we've dubbed Death Ledge, following this rather dodgy looking path. This is the location that James a couple of years before had dropped my lens and it had rolled down the embankment, never to be seen again. We are heading here to get one final picture of the day, a double header.
So it's dark now. It's come to the end of quite an enjoyable day. It's been good, hasn't it?
Very good, yeah.
But I can't face sitting in the car and trying to sleep in this again.
Not gonna lie, my back hurts.
My ass hurts.
And I've got a cough.
It's cold as well. It started raining. It's not going to be a nice night. James is currently on Airbnb trying to... No, James is currently on Facebook. James was on Airbnb trying to find us a place. So we're trying to find somewhere. This is quite a popular event. This railway gala thing that we've turned up for. Trying to find some accommodation that's not going to mean we need to remortgage both of our homes. It's difficult. It's difficult. And if James was... Oh, he's gone back. Yeah, James is now back on Airbnb. I haven't had a Facebook break or an Instagram break. I'm not entirely sure what he was on. Yeah, it's I can't, the 106 is not a good camper. It has failed its test of being a suitable camping vehicle.
Oh, it sure has.
We were so optimistic this morning, and we're not now.
I cry every time.
We found an Airbnb. It's really quite nice. And it's a bed. And the bed is so good to be able to just lie down and yeah, pillows, and he's dead already. It didn't even last like 5 minutes of finding the room. And I'm so happy. So the B&B, or Airbnb or whatever it is, was actually really good. And we got a good night's sleep.
And we'd planned ourselves quite a busy day. First up was a return to Water Arch to get a slightly different shot to what we'd got the evening before.
These are the levels we go to get a shot. That's brambles. Oh yeah.
Satisfied, we moved on to our next planned location, timing it well enough to see 92 Squadron heading backwards over the bridge we were about to go under.
The places we go and the drops that we come across. Oh God. All in the search of having a nice photo. So again, we're trying to find
another place to take photos. And we're trying a new shot that neither me or James has ever found before. This doesn't look like a path anymore, James. I think we need to go down there.
Yeah.
And then come back up.
Yeah, let's do that. Then.
Go on. You're young and nimble. God, look at that. To be young and agile like a mountain goat. Yeah, mountain goat. Having gone down, round, and then back up again, we had eventually found ourselves kind of where we planned to be, and we were in plenty of time before the next scheduled train, which meant there was only one thing to do, and that was to break out our nutritionally balanced lunch, consisting of 2 packets of crisps and a single packet of cheese straws, and so we could eat this at our leisure and await the next photo. So, how is the 106 doing with the colossal amount of mileage that we've put onto it? It's holding up, but it is only just holding up. We've now got an interesting suspension noise coming down from down in here somewhere, and it only seems to happen on the particularly bumpy and steeply gradient roads, but it sounds like the bushes are starting to go. It's getting a bit... It makes a horrible noise repeatedly. I found as well on some of these roads that the mud guards, because they're quite low, and you can see some of the damage here, just there. Some of the roads that we are travelling at the legal speed limit, but it's fast. They're scraping on the road, which makes a horrible noise as well. And we've also found second gear is definitely getting worse, especially on some of the hills that we're going up that are at 33%. So, you know, they're quite steep. They're steep hills. And the car just does not have the power to pull up in anything, you know. Well, basically, if you're going slow, it has to be first. There's nothing else we can do apart from use first. But trying to shift down into second, or up into second, if you have got enough speed, it just grates horribly and jumps in. Now that's getting worse. And the wheel bearing on that side, the driver's side front, that's definitely getting worse. Every time we come around a corner and you put the weight of the car on, that's getting worse. Apart from that, driving strong, driving happy. We're about to start our journey, which is another 5.5 hours, like 300 and something miles. And I don't really want to drive that far. It's not really... I've had a nice day driving around the moors and being in the moors. It's not the right car for doing this kind of mileage. It's not the right car for this mileage at all. Apart from that, it's driving relatively happily. See, it's not bad. Look at it. Isn't it cute? Wonderful little thing. Absolutely filled to the gunner with stuff, which also increases the weight dramatically and decreases performance equally dramatically. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So homeward bound it was, and we have answered that age-old question of, can you go away and sleep in your Peugeot 106? The answer is yes you can, but you'll never ever want to do it again. Don't get me wrong, I love the car to pieces, I adore my little 106, but this is just 100% not what it's made for. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video from before the start of LMM, and if you have enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, share this video with your friends and leave a comment. So it's a bit of an older video, but we hope you've enjoyed it, and coming up on the screen now, we have Chasing Giants, a bit of a similar idea of going and looking at railways. And then if you like the idea of sleeping in the cars, how about this episode of Lemons when we had to sleep in the back of our £500 cars. Thanks for watching guys. See you again.